Try.
Yeah, a
Is it stoicism or is it recklessness?
little bit of both.
Yeah. Let's start the show.
Yeah. So you gonna roll with us? I can't. Why not? Oh, the police is after you, huh?
Nah, I'm on punishment. My mom says I can't leave the porch.
Oh, man. Come on, let's hold the porch down.
What's up with this now? We holding the porch down, talking about just how reality's turned out. We ain't finished, ain't even finna be for a minute. Everybody's playing games, what's up then let's have a scrimmage. Gotta unify the cooler guys with you and now you must discuss truth and lies, eulogize the proof in time what makes us us. Ain't no way to be bored now. Come on, we off the porch now.
Yo.
Yo,
What up, big
what's
man?
the good word? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to our lovely porch goers. I definitely forgot to.
What's up, porch people? We gotta find a name for them.
I thought it was porch goers, but
I like porch goers. Bet. It's
yeah,
porch goers.
bet.
Uh,
So you got to start. You got
yeah,
to make it a
folks.
thing. You got to make it a
Yeah,
thing.
hell yeah, hell yeah. We still in development stages, and I feel like just everything is new. Everything is a way to make it better at this point. That's the funnest part so far. I believe.
Right. It's definitely a whole learning experience from uh it's a learning experience for me because I don't know how to teach. So like the whole the I had to like make it to like something that would like be kind of like me teaching somebody while I was still like trying to teach on just the camera. Like it's real
hmm
hard to teach somebody on a camera. So
That it is. I would. I'm definitely the type of person that need like that face to face engagement, man.
right,
Don't give me no extra steps, please. And I'm
right,
not a good teacher either. I'm not a good student either. I'm not a bad student. I'm just not a good student.
yeah, yeah.
So
Just
there's also that.
hold
And
on.
so, but no, shit's working. Shit's working. I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
What are we talking about today, bro? I said stoicism.
Yeah. Stoicism in the face of oppression.
Yeah.
It's that's a pretty hot topic. Uh, when I initially heard about this topic, I wasn't sure about what the idea of stoicism meant to you and what we was gonna be doing with just the all
So
around conversation. But
the I
the more I
the
dove into it and kind of started looking at it, I was like, yeah, okay,
so
okay.
originally what I had in my head was because I I've heard a lot of people talking about like how to per se react in a situation
hmm
where you're facing some type of oppression, whether it be at your job, whether it be race relations, whether it be anything, and the definition of stoicism to act natural in the face of a stressful situation or traumatic event, and
hmm
so I feel like it was a good topic because we need to talk about how to move correctly in this era of
Yeah.
racism because it's a
Nipsey
very
Hussle even said we have to change our response to being disrespected.
right, right,
You know, and that's for real because people just want to act a certain way, and now that way is being portrayed outside in the media, so people want to see that and absorb that, and they don't ever see like that's all they see. So then it perpetuates.
right.
I hate it. It's
I,
it's that way for everybody, and you know that's how propaganda works,
right.
and it's all propagated for us to be. But like that's why when I was talking about the definition, I was talking about the matrix and the pill stuff because
Mm-hmm.
stoicism is a belief in like no one is coming, but like still like being right here with it and
Right.
just putting on the best and being your best self for whatever comes. And that's just kind of always been like my way of life.
Right.
It,
And
you,
and I said like I said, it's really lies in the way that you react to a situation.
hmm
You
hmm
know I've been put in that's Brandon.
What?
Brandon.
Let me bring my chat up.
No, he's texting me. Uh
Oh, I got the right size though now.
yeah, so I feel like because right now and probably all of last week I had gotten to a point where I and this is just from experience. I had gotten to a point where some people was fucking with me and
hmm
they was when white people get this they think they slick and they start putting like gorillas in the comments.
I don't be in there, dog.
Yeah, they'll
I
put
don't be
like
in there.
gorillas in the comments, and I was like, no, you say the word. So, because usually, you know me, I'll fucking crash out.
hmm
But instead of fucking
Yeah.
crashing fuck out, I was like, nah, say it. And instead of him saying it, well, no, you know what it means. No, say it. I want you to. I need you to.
hmm
So,
Who's that? Who's that? Said that Morgan Freeman.
no, it's
When he
the
told that
other one.
dude, was it? No, it wasn't Denzel. Who
It was
said that?
the bald headed dude with the mustache, older. I can't remember his name right now. And he was on he was because he was in the on like CNN, but it was in a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in a movie, but he was on like CNN. He was like, "No, say it."
Yeah, I didn't never know what the reference was from, but that would have been wild to see like on a live interview.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah,
no, yeah, you gotta be like that. You gotta be either you gonna say it with your chest or you gonna get out my face,
right.
and that's it's like, and me personally, after I act that way, I'm gonna go right over
Cause
here and
yeah,
sing my Jodeci that I had in my headphones.
cause
Because fuck all this shit. Like I live so far within like my best interest and what is best for me and mine.
mm-hmm.
I don't even care. Like it pisses me off because I have to live in it and go through it every day. But that's stoicism,
Yeah,
just and boy, sometimes that like for me, like I be having to go home and let it out. I be punching the air like Trey did on on Bush.
yeah, and like I said, you don't have to.
Hey.
We are humans. We
Yep.
are humans. You don't have to keep it up at all times.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have emotions. Niggas get mad. Niggas get
Mhm.
sad. So
Oh,
like
all the time. But everybody say we was taught not to do that. I was, but I wasn't.
so here's
You
and
know, but
you got to that right on time. Here's my
mm,
thing because I say that black people can't get imposter syndrome, and it's because of this.
That's a
because
good concept.
because
That's
we
a good way to think about that.
because check this out. Our
They don't want you nowhere.
our worst day is
Excuse me.
their our worst day. Our worst day is them mediocre at best. Flat out. Because they did not learn the values that we did. You what happened when you went over your white friend's house? Did you go stay the night over your white friend's house?
Um, yeah, because I didn't have a lot of white friends, but I just didn't have a lot of black friends. I did, but I didn't. Uh, but when I was going to stay the night over people's house, I was like in the neighborhood. So it was one white kid that I stayed the night over his house at, and nah, they was different.
Right.
They wasn't that kind of different. They was different for them. Uh, his mama stayed on his ass, boy.
Ooh.
And like, yeah. He grew up pretty cool, straight up. But it varies. It varies. But like the general consensus, I have been to them places where they'd be like, "Man, shut up, mom."
Right.
But they wasn't all. And like, I'd be like,
they wasn't all like that, but
"What's going to happen?"
but
And I'd be like, "Did anybody just hear this shit?"
right. And you see the motherfuckers,
Uh,
the white
but
friends that
also,
I
I went
had.
to black households and the rules were different for me because I was a different black kid.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Don't you be touching shit.
Yep. It was all kinds of shit. But you know,
And it really
that's why I just like ride that lane, my brother. Ride that
right.
lane. 'Cause,
You gotta find like a balance to
yeah,
this shit
absolutely.
because
'Cause,
there's a fine line between letting somebody disrespect you and just taking that shit and
yeah,
be like, what the fuck?
I definitely learned that line the hard way. I remember this one time. I was like second grade, probably. Yep, because my sister was still riding the bus with me. I think she was a fifth grader at that point in time. So they was telling me this kid that I did go stay the night at his house. He was up toward Park City, and they had a pool and shit. This was an interesting little spot. They was wild, and he was like, it kind of felt like them '80s households where like his brothers was like 13, 14, and they was wild as hell, man. And
Like in the
like
movies.
it, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like, man, this spot, like, it ain't really no structure. They was weird. So like one day we was on the bus. We still kicked it after that for a while. And one day we was on the bus. My sister and my homeboy was telling me like they was just like, nah, this dude ain't it, bro. And like they did it right in front of his face. And not like, bro was cool. I mean, but like they was kind of like right.
You know,
And
because
you know what I mean? It was
because you get
yeah.
when I was a kid and
Yeah, that
you'd
was
see,
interesting.
yeah, you'd see white kids do something, and my mom was looking over me like, "You better not." Like you see,
I never tried to do none of that shit.
right?
First, I was scary as hell as a kid. I ain't even gonna hold you.
And then, so
but
so that shit is already ingrained in our brain. And so then you see him do it outside without your parents, and you be like, "Hey man, what the fuck?" You start.
Yep. Yeah, it's a whole lot of.
Hey.
And bro, I don't know, but I was always like when I was playing football in middle school, all the homies came and stayed at my spot, and that shit was always fun and interesting. But them be the homies to this day though, still. So you know,
it's just it really is different upbringing, and it's just it.
and it is.
And you gotta like, and even now when I when I see we'll call it white people shit, and I just be like, no, I don't think I'll do that.
Hey man, I'm still a free promoter of fun. Whatever, however you get your rocks, don't come around me with some shit. Like, but
Yeah, it don't matter what y'all do, but don't involve me. I'm gonna stay over here and watch y'all get hurt.
yeah, nah, cause the rodeo coming up, by the way,
See?
and like I said, they even got it as far as New York. So what we talking about? That's black people everywhere doing it. That shit still blows my mind.
But again, that goes back to the whitewashing of these things, and that was our thing. So I mean, take that one out. You want it?
I feel like, you know, I don't know. These fools, and I mean just like everybody in general, kind of has part in purveying that shit, you know?
Yes, and that's
Like,
that because
and
you asked what matters of oppression, and here's the thing.
yeah, because while we're talking about it,
Here's the thing. Stop giving them ammo. Because the more that you act like wild hooligan young niggas, that is giving them more propaganda to say, hey, we don't like these motherfucking niggas.
well, it's rampant now.
And it fucking cycles
I know why.
all the way back around.
Yep.
And we need to break that part of the cycle right there. When Deontay said,
and for me,
Deontay said, when you hear young nigga, what do you think of? The little nigga from Chicago with a ski mask on.
hey, little nigga, hey, run that shit,
Y'all are doing it to yourselves. So, you know.
But then again, the stoicism in me says, what happens, happens. And I don't have to take part. Like, when I was researching it, it did say like it's mistaken often as cold or disconnected.
Yes.
But I mean that is what it is. Like I don't even like I relate. Like as a black man in America, I 100% relate. But I'm still not about to like.
It's not cold.
And that got to be me because of course it's so far against the status quo nowadays. And I really I give credit to a lot of black men my age who just want to like genuinely be around, but like the young ones, they have no idea. And that's the part that's really tearing us up, you know what I mean? And not just because they're young and the young generation. I don't even want to point the finger no more because I feel like that's what the generation above us did this whole time, knowing they was the one that raised us, and they were still mad. We can't perpetuate that shit.
And that falls into it. That falls into it too, because the farther we get, it seems like the farther we get in generations, certain, I want to say, professionalisms drop off. And we've gotten so far because now they have made it to where they're just taking the education away. So you can't educate yourself. So you just gonna have dumb, wild niggas out in the streets.
This whole time, I thought it was up to the state a lot more than what it really is, apparently. But it's just time for another migration, if you ask me. Like this would be the time to like you have to go to the places where the best things are happening, or where you can feel like you can, like you got to be strategic about your your placement in the world right now, like
Mm-hmm.
because you can't really be somewhere where it ain't a lot of opportunities and a lot of people ain't gonna pick you up to make at least $15 an hour type shit. So you know
Right.
you better be somewhere because yeah, it ain't a lot out there.
Yeah.
I've looked.
I mean,
Oof.
it's a cold world,
It is a
and
cold world. You better be about your shit. You
I
100
mean,
better 100%.
and like you said, it may seem cold. And here's the thing: it's not. It's not. It is. I work in a way that I can handle what is being put in front of me.
Right. Right.
No more. So if you come to me with one problem, we working on one problem. Don't come to me with, well, this person over here. No, 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 no. We working on you. You.
So I remember the point in time I became stoic about just my thinking and stuff. Like it was just kind of a thought. It was right around the time like Trump first got in. It was like back in 2016. I was just like, man, if I could have did more shit about it, then I damn sure would have. But it
I
wasn't shit
think,
I can do.
and I
And
think
then I
that.
started thinking about the shit I could do for myself, and and how much control I really had right
So
there.
because
I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
I got
You
a little
know?
bit more fucking reach than you. So I
Yeah,
stay well
yeah.
within
I,
but I
I'm
keep it
and
within a community. You see,
uh
I really don't stray out past the people and the motherfuckers that really know me and fuck with me.
but like I
Other than
said,
that,
I voted. I did what I could to try to make sure shit don't go right. Like, and
and
that's like I don't believe in Niggatron, the great concept of unity.
I
Everybody
didn't.
thinking the same way in order to move the same mountains. That don't work
Mm,
in nobody's race, and everybody always pushes for it. And not to say that we shouldn't try to do better every day. That's every human being in this world.
so
But you're not about to sit up here and tell me that we can get every black person voting the same way,
you
thinking the
can't.
same way, well enough to change. You know what I mean?
That'll never happen. But
That's what I'm saying. So like, cut the shit.
you can get a community. You can get a community.
Yeah, yeah. You can get a community way easier than you can think of. Like
It's a
continuously having the conversation
yeah.
of we
That's what
should
it is.
all be together in
Yeah,
this.
that's what it is. And not we not going
Oh,
all full Black America.
oh,
We not no. You handle what
no.
you can. It's the natural state of things. You handle exactly what
Mhm.
you can. You don't put too much food on your plate. At the end of the day, you don't put too much food on your plate. If I can handle,
Exactly.
if I can handle helping one person, I help like 10 people. If I
Hmm.
can handle helping
Hmm.
10 people, that's what I can handle. No more, no
Yep.
less.
Yep. And you really got to watch what you put your energy into and
Exactly.
what you don't put your energy into
And who you put your
and
energy into,
who you put your energy into.
because
All of that.
there
Like
will
I've always
be
been choosy. Like not that I had enough game to really care, but I was always choosy and
because you will have
like
infiltrators.
because huh?
You will have infiltrators. That's the
And
Why do you think they learned? Why
punishable.
do you think they started learning Ebonics? Why
Like
AAV? Why you?
oh, I'm not even talking about anybody outside of my race at this point.
Mm-hmm. And
No, I mean
on a on a
on anybody
on
can get it.
yeah
Like
in a career in friendships and shit like
mhm,
yeah there's
yeah,
I,
like
I
cause
believe stoicism is boundaries, and
pretty
that's
much
it is a
and
personal
really
boundaries,
understanding what it means to what it means when those boundaries get
and uphold
broken
those
down or
boundaries. Somebody
yep,
who
there you go.
upholds,
There you go.
yeah.
That's the word. um but yeah, you just and I'm like at this point it's easier to be like we're saying, every man for yourself.
Yeah,
Like
and I
people
don't
gonna kill
necessarily.
proximity. I don't
I don't necessarily say every man for himself. I
I
keep
don't, but I do.
I keep I do what I can for myself
Uh-huh.
first. Me first.
Mm-hmm.
I come first and first.
Uh,
A little problem.
What's wrong?
Can you get Nana out the way? Because she was in the she got like the water bottle and squeezed it all over.
Where's your mom?
She went to the store or something. She left.
Okay.
Go handle it, folks.
I'll be right there.
It's the uh, product of you are in that sack, sir. Well, it's just me. How's everybody doing today? I have been playing the first Berserker. You can go check that out on YouTube. It is 17, well 16. I'll put out part 17 today. You know, life's been good. Trying to get moved out of this house. I hate it here. You know. Where's everybody? Oh. Let's see. Dang, brother. It's all them kids, man. What the fuck? Go away. Alright. Where? We're gonna turn this mother out. Let me know. Should I play on stream today? Think maybe I could. I did end up beating that boss yesterday, which worked out. I got a couple missions done, some side missions. I will be putting those in a little compilation together too, for everybody to enjoy. We got some history coming out Saturday and tomorrow. Uh-oh. We got a sub. Do. Oh. Hey, my friend. Where? Yay! Thank you, Morgs. Hi.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You back?
You back?
You back?
Yeah.
Wait. What?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Oh no, I was no, my friend just subbed and then she gifted me a sub. That's not good.
Hey.
No,
Hey.
she gifted a sub to my thing. You know I run ads on there.
Yeah.
And she just ruined that. But thank you for the sub and thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Where were we? What was he talking about? Oh, you're fine. It's completely fine.
Huh?
You said you
Who,
was
me?
no, she was asking in the chat.
Oh. What's up, Zach?
I played in.
Not right now. You gotta close the door. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, Alright, whatever.
Yeah, but You do need a community. You
Yeah,
know,
you need a community.
you
You need a
absolutely need.
tribe. You need people around you.
And
You need people to be grateful for.
yeah, and it don't gotta be much. It is if you even if it's just somebody that you need to talk and vent to, that's because again you can't be stoic all the time. So you
No,
gonna
you
have to
cannot be.
yeah
End up
you
on
gonna
the
have those people there.
next episode of When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
Right. Because I didn't been there before. Listen, I done ended up in a jail cell.
I have not been. Thank the Lord, knock on wood.
Whatever.
Does
You asked if
the
there's a
veneer count? Find some wood. Hey, you need some medicine.
boy, you ain't
Yes,
go.
Yeah, you need some clean up that sun and
Them
shit. Just
kids
like
better
me.
keep you out of jail.
Huh?
Them kids better keep you out of jail.
Oh, at this point in life, I'm not going. I
Better
can't
not.
afford it. I
Yeah.
can't afford it.
Me either.
I'm not doing nothing that's gonna send me to jail.
Yeah.
I'm
So.
going to work. I'm coming home. I'm doing off the porch podcast.
So. Yeah, man.
Playing
It's
with my
just.
son.
It's just.
Yeah, that's Quentin.
What's
That's
up,
Uncle
OG?
Quentin.
Oh, Silly's here. Cute.
Hey,
Oh,
thank you, 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 thank you,
yeah,
thank you,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah. There's 3 months.
That's Uncle Quentin.
What's up,
That's
OG?
Uncle Quentin.
What's what you doing, little man? Yeah.
Hey,
Uh,
hey,
yeah.
hey, go play. I go play.
You gotta be. Listen. See, there it is. Right there. There's some so because I knew I know that face. Yeah, man. This I think that we as black
Hey,
Americans
hey,
need to have
that's Quentin.
that stoicism and because here's a secret. If you don't give them because they want you to act up.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to act up. If you don't give them what they want, they get mad. That's what I want. I want them to get mad. I want you to get
Mm-hmm.
mad.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
want you to
happens in the
yeah.
schools. It happens at home. It happened on YouTube. No, he can't see you.
And
Yeah,
they
it's the
think
same.
yeah,
Like this.
they think is if we got it on camera, we can show everybody else that hey, these niggas is
Mhm.
bad. These are bad niggas.
Yeah.
These wild savages out here.
Yep. Yep.
And that's
And
what
like
they
you
want
said,
to
we
do.
keep giving them ammo. We've been doing it. They've been collecting it but the only reason why they
Generations.
have it is just because they don't collect it on themselves anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because boy, let me tell you, first of all, so yeah, it does. It's always gonna look like that for us. And I mean, what do we do? What do we
Listen.
do?
All you
You
can
better
do.
get the living right. Like that's all that you can do. Like don't get nobody with no reason to think of you that way. You know what I mean? Don't think
Right.
not even if they had any control of whether they wanted to or not. But like, come on, man. It's written somewhere that says just do better, maximize your potential, maximize yourself, maximize your life. You can't
Yeah.
do that from a jail cell. Period.
Because here's
I mean,
here
people
because
learn a lot of shit in jail, but at the same
like
time,
I said, we work 10 times harder than they do to be at a normal so you have to be excellent at all times whether it's in a job whether it's in sports anything you have to be excellent. They only got to be mediocre. So you know that you are doing above and beyond what they are doing. You know that you are doing above and beyond what they are doing. So just let that shit go. I
Yeah,
know I'm better than you.
yeah. I'm tired of the narrative that we need to be though. Uh, it's stressful.
It is
If
stressful,
you,
but I
it's
mean that's
but it's not. It's not necessarily that. You know what I mean? Like they gonna pick who they gonna pick. That
mm-hmm.
shit. And I might be speaking from a bitter heart right now.
And that's
But
okay. I mean that's
you're
how
not
you
about to
feel.
like it don't get you shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If they don't want shit to happen, shit ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
And that's
and
my take. I mean, it ain't gonna stop me from doing what I've been doing this whole time,
right,
and it's making me
and that's
switch
what
up
I
on
was getting ready to
myself.
say.
But
And that's what I was getting ready to say. Now, and because that's why you take other avenues that you know that you are better in, and you keep those on the side and stuff like that. Like you know that you're an artist. You know, and you sensitive
oh man,
about your shit.
in the back of my head every day, I could just quit.
Right. And we all are looking for that. We're all looking for that opportunity.
Okay, where's mommy going?
I don't know.
I think she's going to the store
Okay.
and get some breakfast.
Okay, that's cool.
It's good.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Yeah,
Get
it's
this close the door.
we definitely need to, and
Hold it all the way.
Yeah, close it up. All the way, please.
especially for them.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's what it's for, man. Like, I didn't ever want to see, like, I didn't want them to see me, like, just clock in. You know what I mean? Or just go to work and that's what it is. Like, that's not, to me, that's no way to live. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have a lot of money and to do, but that's all, like, learning. That's all understanding. That's all, like, if you want to get involved, you will. If you don't, then you miss out. But that's just not how you choose to live your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until you decide to. Like, but everybody's at
Right.
a different spot in life to where
Yeah,
you don't
we're all at
necessarily have to have the shit that these people have.
right. We're all
Is what
at
I'm saying
different
altogether, you
levels.
know?
We're all at different levels, and your
Yeah,
attainability is different from my attainability.
right.
My
Everybody's capability is different.
right, and so I mean it
Hey,
is what it is. But what? Wait, we just had a hype train and we didn't even know it.
I saw it.
I didn't see it.
I was gonna say, hey, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, sweet. Our first
Yeah.
hype train. This is the first
Woo,
time.
woo.
Woo, woo, woo,
I gotta find some
woo.
better dance moves. I ain't too. I mean, like I got a good shoulder jig, but uh,
Wait, why? Why would you find another dance with you sitting at a computer, fool?
don't make me get
Exactly.
up out this motherfucker, man. No.
Oh snap!
Nah, but nah, it is important to gain your sense of self. I think that's where a lot of that ammo comes from. Is just that people that don't have a sense and understanding of
I,
their
and I
capabilities,
and I think
their
that
self at all. You know, and we got to teach them.
comes with age, and it sounds fucking cliche, but I think that
No,
part
not necessarily at all, because that's my experience, right?
right. I
And
think it comes with age
we
because
came up with 18. You out the house, you figuring it out on your own, right? So
mm-hmm,
most households. But now like we thinking about the kids like shit. Do whatever you got to do, but let's go in and like just make money the best way we can. You know, there's way more people saying like, "No, my kids ain't gonna move out at 18 now than it ever has been." I think.
yeah, especially now.
Uh,
Because what do you mean? 'Cause by the time your kids get 18, we don't know what the fuck is going to be going on.
hey man,
So
hey man.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those hard looks, man. You gotta take.
Hmm.
So, uh,
Yup.
raise them up
Just
right, and
let me
teach them.
live. Can I live?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
live?
and teach
That's
them
all.
that these white folks is gonna try to push their buttons. For
Hmm.
damn sure.
Hmm. Hmm. But then it's like, man, how did it even come to this? But not really, because history, right? But
History always repeats itself, and
I
it's
don't
never.
think. I still don't think. I think we're close as fuck. But I don't think the doomsday is coming that people are thinking is coming.
It's not.
I think something else is gonna happen. I don't
It'll
know
never.
what.
It won't
And I'm
be.
not talking about like no bird
Uh,
flying out the air and I mean maybe a symbolism of, but it's just I don't know.
it won't
I
be.
don't know.
So
It's
I will
maybe
tell you.
that's
I'll
just my
tell you
little
this.
mustard seed.
I'll tell you this. When it happens, it probably won't be Armageddon style crap. It'll probably be bombs.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be the
Mm-hmm.
wrap.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
that'll
Pretty
be
much.
that'll be the end of it, and I hope it goes with flying colors, so I get on out of here.
The aliens gonna look past us like, damn.
Listen, damn dog.
Roger said, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here, man.
Yeah,
Roger gone.
yeah.
Man,
I listen. If the mothership come and take me, I'm okay with that.
please swing down, sweet chariot.
Yeah.
Let me
Let
ride.
me ride, swing down, sweet chariot, and stop. Let me
Let me
ride. Ooh.
ride. Yeah, man. I might
Well,
have to jam a little bit tonight.
we made it. You got
So how
anything
long?
else? We have 45 minutes.
We have 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do I have anything else? Stay safe.
You was asking about the red pill thing. Did you need me to explain
Oh,
it?
we can touch on that real quick because, well, the main thing is like I've had this matrix mindset for like the past
We've it's so.
few months. Like, you remember I was doing that shit on my TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and
So
like, so I was taking my red pill, but I didn't know people was like tagging red pill as a,
yeah,
and so,
it became like red pill, blue pill, like the
uh,
conservative liberal like uh,
uh-huh,
tagline thing, and
uh-huh,
it's especially
yeah,
because being millennials, like we grew up with the Matrix, and so like that was our take for so long, and then
hmm,
people just fuck it up.
hmm, yep,
Yeah,
yep,
and it's just yeah, I fucking hate it. And there's so many different interpretations
of
that
words that
of
came from.
words that came from either references or black era like stuff that
Mhm.
have been fucking construed so bad
Hotel.
and just why?
I'm not one. It's just the word means
Gat? What is
opposite of what they
gat?
call people.
The gat is not a fucking noun.
A gat?
Gat, like gat, damn.
Oh, gat.
That's not a noun. That why are y'all using it as a noun?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
See, that's what I like about Wichita. It's easy to disconnect. It's real easy to go home, and just
Why you
live
think I
your life.
live out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt?
I don't have to go nowhere and like hear and talk to not yet,
She
but
said
it ain't really like kids around me like that. Thank God.
She said, I'm seeing all my white friends getting red pilled left and right, lose it all. Yeah, that's what it is. So the way that it came about is fucking weird fucking incel kids that don't get no pussy, and you get to a point where these women don't want me and blah blah blah, and you see somebody like Fahad come up and he's like, hey, you don't need these bitches. You are a high value man. You blah blah blah, all this shit, and they are very susceptible. You down, you out, down bad for some pussy, and you become susceptible to these things. So I see how it happens.
Look, I've been down bad. I ain't never let nobody on my head like that,
At
dog.
all.
Like, and I do gotta take this different from most people's. You know, we can go back and forth for days, you and I, but at the same time, I'm never against. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not ever for calling a woman out her name, let alone a bitch. And if a woman want to be a slut, she can be a slut. But at the same time, like the first thing I noticed is like
though. That's not
that's not his business, right?
That's not my business.
That's like.
And anything previous
But also, here's the thing:
previous to me is not my
stop
business.
picking up the same girls that you see probably went to the same club. They could probably go to the same club 3 nights a week and line up their podcast for the next 6 months.
And women, that goes for women too. That y'all motherfuckers is going to the same
business
club.
out there because you not shut the fuck up sometimes. That's all you gotta do is shut the fuck up. Like and see that would be an arguable statement in a lot of cases. But truth enough, shut the fuck up. Like even men have to shut the fuck up. I don't know no man in a relationship that kept a relationship that didn't have to at one point shut
the
up.
fuck up. Just
like
men don't know when to quit. That men don't know when to quit. That's
like we might not admit it, but we be having that moment where it's just like.
And here's the thing, because listen, and I'm guilty of it. If I see an opening where I know I'm fucking right, I will barge through it. I will barge through that motherfucker.
Let me tell you something, then.
Let me tell you something. Yeah.
You put that spade down. Yeah.
I will be the first motherfucker to do it.
She said Kool-Aid
Man. Straight up. I'll be the first one to do it. But at the same time,
Domino, motherfucker, break the table. Hell yeah.
But at the same time, there's certain situations where you just gotta let fucking bygones be bygones, and it comes back to that stoicism, and you can come back to these things at a later date because it's a right, and the things need to be talked about.
Hey, we did it again! Hey, 10 out of 10, we did it again! There we go. That's what we need. I told you we need a Jamaican air horn. I couldn't hear it.
What up?
Hello. First timer. What's good?
We have a first timer. How are you? First of all, how's your mental health? Let's go on that real quick.
Me.
Huh?
I didn't ask nobody.
I didn't.
Huh?
Did I
we
ask
didn't ask
you?
each other today. No.
Well,
it's
how's
okay.
yours, brother? Before we, how's yours right now?
My mental health has been all over the place once again. Down but not out. You know. I'm good. Like, that good that's like, damn, it could be better. I wish it could be better,
but
yeah.
It's all right now.
For what it is, like, count my blessings.
Yeah.
Count my blessings.
I didn't kind of, as I'm on the up right now, so.
Yeah. Yours is on the up and up?
Yeah. I just yeah. Did I tell you my therapist hooked up with my therapist so I can get that fucking appointment taken care of and all that good stuff. And you know, I'm on my meds still. That's working.
Good man. Good man. Good man.
So,
Yeah, had a pretty high anxiety day. Wednesday probably. But I managed. The shit helps when you communicate. When you got somebody you can communicate it with and it ain't a fucking argument. That's always great.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
The neighbors that have the trampoline, they asked me if I could play on the trampoline with them.
Uh, give me just a minute, and I'll be right out. Okay.
We had 55 minutes anyway, bro.
Give me 55 minutes, man.
So we'll let you get back to your fatherly duties.
Yes, sir. It's my duty to be on duty, never off duty. What was I about to say? I forgot what I was about to say. Oh well.
Well, tell them where you
Damn,
go.
what was that? Let's get that last thought out, man.
Huh?
What was that last thought?
What was I saying? Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Never mind. We were just talking about our mental health. I hope all is well.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, I'm on my meds. I got my therapist texted me and was like, "When you want an appointment?" I was like, "Hey, whenever." She said, "Sunday afternoon." Cool.
Easter?
Yeah. Boy, I don't celebrate Easter. What do I look like?
I just wouldn't expect the therapy to be open on Easter.
Listen, she do it all.
And even though some people don't celebrate, other people around them might, that's just kind of uncommon.
Listen, I don't care about them. I am off every day. I got nothing to do every day besides sit at this computer. I can do therapy at all times of the day and any day. So
must be nice.
Tell the people where they can find you, Trey.
You can find me on Instagram at brother_Gresh, and you can find me on Facebook at Brother Gresh Visuals.
Yeah.
And you?
They can find us on Instagram at Off the Porch Pod. There's periods in between all the words. Periods between all the words. Or you can find us on YouTube at Off the Porch Pod. No periods between those ones because we couldn't get Off the Porch Pod on Instagram, the regular. So, Brother Gresh.
Brother Gresh, Gresh. Yep, on Facebook, and then add visuals to the back of that. So on Facebook is Brother Gresh Visuals, and on Instagram is brother_Gresh.
I went through and fixed all of my socials, so now they are all the same.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. All
right. Let's get out of here, brother.
Y'all have a good night. It was good talking to y'all.
Later.
Let's do it again on Sunday. I'll see y'all.
Peace.